Hello, chat. How are we doing today? We got some stuff I want to do. I want to stay productive today. That's just how things go. It's been quite a while. Should I put on the shades or no? I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Probably not for right now. Anyway, I got something important to do, and that's kind of relearning HTML once again. I already know a bit of it, but it wouldn't hurt to actually track my progress on this thing, so, why not? So, here we go. I got the whole streaming setup. We're going crazy. We got it all here, in fact, so that's good. If my camera's too laggy, then I'll have to restart it. So keep in mind that, because, I'm having to worry about that. All right. So this is one of the most useful websites out there. If I'm being honest, from like a long shot, a long mile. And it's called w3schools.com. They have basically everything that there is, when it comes to coding, programming, whatchamacallit. I mean, some people would debate that HTML may or may not be a programming language. It's apparently controversial to say it's a programming language, so I'm going to steer clear from that one. I'll say it does have its important role in, society. It's what I'm looking at right now. It makes up this entire page, technically. I mean, so let's get to it. I mean, there's no other better way to do it. So we have an account on here. We're logged in. We're ready, basically. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I know it may not relate to the Minecraft stuff, but, gotta have some variety. Let me know if my audio is off or anything is weird, because, we'll see about that. I do not see anybody in the stream, so we're just gonna go with that. So here's the first example they got. Try your sub-editor. You can edit the HTML code and view the result in the browser. So for this, I might want to only do like a few of these a day, and we'll, kind of work through the exercises, hopefully. Let's see. So we have the actual first part of the HTML right there, and then the HTML tag, head, title, closing head tag, body, H1, which is it's like a special kind of heading. There's a heading, that's the smallest size heading, though, I'll give you that. So, and then this is a paragraph. It's just a P tag, paragraph tag, and then closing body tag, and then closing HTML tag. So this is just, I'll tell you this, it's gonna, for the title, it's gonna say page title, probably at the top here, whenever I hit try it yourself, and then it's going to output this as text. This is going to be a little bit bigger than this. So it's going to show this is a heading and this is a paragraph. So this is like the very basics. Yep. But up in here is where that title would be, page title would actually change. But since this is a simulation, we're not going to see it. So we got the example there. Yep. HTML examples with clarifying examples. I didn't know they had more. So they have an example section over here. Headings, paragraphs, links, images, buttons, and lists. So we have, that's the first one. Document headings. So these are all the different heading types. Actually, no, heading 1 is the largest. I thought it was heading 6 that was the largest, but no, apparently heading 1 is the largest. It goes all the way down to 6, 1 through 6. So H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. It's just so you have different sizing there. Okay. HTML is pretty easy. And then paragraphs, it's just text on the screen, text in the browser. HTML links. This is very important. A space HREF. I think that means like a hyperlink reference or whatever. And then it's just a website. This is a link. And then this should just take you to the homepage. Yep. And then images. Now we got images. Yay. I have an image, opening image tag, SRC, which is like source is how I read it. I could be wrong, but, and then alt, that's for like, if this image doesn't load, it'll just say w3schools.com. That's just like, let's say the image has trouble loading or something, or it doesn't exist, then that text will describe it. Really good for screen readers. So this is the width, the wideness, and the height. They set it fixed. Let's make that, here, let's change that to 242. Oop, I did not mean to bump my mic. And hit run, and it should be a bit wider. Oh wait, not wider, I mean taller. Let's make it 1,000. We both know that's just gonna go all the way across the screen. Yeah, now we have our memes right here. There you go. And then buttons, these are really important because they're everywhere. This is a button right here. Click, click. Yeah, it's just a button tag. Very simple. Lists. Unordered list. List item is what that stands for. So, and they have an ordered list. OL, ordered list, and then list item. Very simple tags. And then, yeah, they have a lot of, these are all the examples that they have. The title attribute. H2 title. What is this? Mouse over this paragraph to display the title attribute tooltip. That's not working though. I guess in some browsers it works and some it doesn't. Interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Did it do something and I not? No, it didn't do anything on that one. But it did. It shows, you know, that it's kind of a nothing burger to me. Width and height, yep. Alt attribute, this is just going to explain what it is. Attribute without quotes. That's just going to bring you there. Wait, what? You can do that? Interesting. Without quotes does not work. You cannot omit quotes around the attribute value. The value contains spaces. If you move your mouse over the paragraph above, your browser will only display... Oh, it does have the description, the first word of the title. Interesting. So p title equals description. So I'm a little confuzzled there. I don't know. Headings, we already had those. Horizontal rules. It's for like little lines on your page. That's good. And your head, HTML head element contains metadata. So this is what you're going to have on like your, before the site even loads, basically. Yeah, it's not, it's about the HTML document. All right, so, okay, so we get an exercise. What is the correct syntax for an HTML hyperlink? We have A, B, and C. Link A, I think it's this one. Yeah, let's do that. Yep, next question. Oh, okay, so I can, this is going over the links. This is over here. Use the correct HTML to make the table below into a link default. Okay. So Is that 2 characters? I think that's 2 characters. HREF. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've done HTML. Default. HTML. I don't think that's right though. It doesn't. It's not. I literally saw it earlier. It's AHRF equals, and then. Okay, yeah, I knew you had to do the closing tag thing. So I got that mixed up, so it should have been equals. Yeah, that's right. And then you got the opening part of the link, and then the actual page itself, and then the closing link. So, okay, there we go. Next question. Kind of cheated on that one, but you live some, you learn some. Use the correct HTML attribute to make the link open in a new window. We're gonna have to study this one. Links. But why did they start me there and not whatever? URL. Create a link. Yep. Target blank. Open the link document in a new browser. So I would need this. Because normally, if you clicked on a link, it would just load the new page, but it wouldn't load it in like a new tab like this. So that's what I was trying to do, is target blank. So target, hold on, equals blank maybe? Hold up. It's on here. Is it space target underscore blank? Okay, so I would have never figured that out. So, okay, that is right. Use the correct HTML to make the image become a link to default HTML. Image become. I am reading chat, by the way. I just do not see any messages. Okay, let's see. To make the image become a link. Okay, so we have the smiley GIF. So it's going to be A, and then HREF. I always get this wrong. Equals HTML. What is this music playing, bro? Is it? It's gonna be wrong. I need to see what it was. It was AHREF equals. So I was almost there. Where did I mess up? So I had it mostly correct. I just forgot to close that off. Let's see. Closing link. Okay, there we go. But this is some peak music, bro. This made in 2000. Add a tooltip to the link. The tooltip should say home. Default HTML. I don't know how you add a tooltip, because I mean I know I literally just went over that, but like tooltip. I don't know. Title. Oh, it's title, and then how often are you going to be using this on a website, though? I'll be honest. How often are you going to use that? Title equals home. Okay. Fine. I'm struggling right now, and I should not be. I think streaming makes it harder because I'm constantly talking. I know if I weren't, it would. It isn't just exercises though on here. There's actual quizzes and stuff. So this is all practice right now, is what I'm getting. See, exercise. So true or false? By default, all hyperlinks are underlined. True. See, I'm not that dumb. Okay. Use CSS to move the underline from the link. We didn't even do CSS yet. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to assume that it assumes that you read all of this. And then they have references and HTML APIs. Huh. More advanced than I thought. CSS to remove the underline from the link. Okay. I have no idea. I want to see what it is though first. Text decoration none. Okay. Text dash decoration none. Is that right? Okay, yeah. Been a while since I've done any CSS as well. What is the correct syntax for making a link red when you mouse over it? Okay, style. So these are, oh, they're using the style text for the CSS. Okay. Over color red. Over is wrong. Hover is when the mouse over it. I think it's hover, I believe. Yeah, that's CSS. Okay. So we want to check our progress. It's probably nowhere near done. Rust? Why does it say I was doing Rust? I just looked at those languages. Dude. Why do I have more percentage in Rust whenever I've never even... All I did was browse on there. This is inaccurate. This is my complaint. It's inaccurate. Goodness. I do need to learn those too, though. So we've grounded a little bit of the exercises, practice exercises to reinforce your learning. Lessons. So this is what we need to do with quizzes, and then they have a course you can purchase, which we're probably not going to be doing. So let's do the lessons and see if that's different. Oh, is that just, you just read through it and that's it? Okay. We already know what this is. You can write it in in Notepad. Save it as HTML and it'll open in your browser. Yeah, we get that. Yeah, we did that. Headings, paragraphs, links, images, Control U. View page source. Yeah. And that's this whole page right here. Next. So does it just track from if you just looked at it? Is that it? Is that all it does? I think that's what it does. It just... Okay, see, now this is what we're looking for. So I have to complete those. Okay, good. What song is this? Peak. I'm definitely going to get copyrighted for this, though. Definitely going to... So I'll mark it for the type of... I cannot even think. I got to turn this down a little bit. There we go. What is a correct HTML markup for the document type declaration? Doc type HTML, doc type HTML. It's the first one. We know. All right. There we go. Place the start and end tags in the correct position. Okay. Okay. So we have a start. This is here. This goes here. This goes here. Why did that not go? My first heading. Yeah. And then my first paragraph. Yeah. What the heck? Why is that dragging both of them? W3 Schools, fix your website. I'm just joking. This should be correct. Yay! Alright, so we do know that. I actually kind of like this. It's pretty interactive. You know, a lot, or how can I phrase this? You can find a lot of things on the internet, man. Like, you can literally learn HTML right now for free. Crazy. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Oh, yes, and my camera also zooms in, so have fun with that. So, let's see. HTML elements are surrounded by a specific type of brackets. Which one? These are the greater than, and then less than, I believe. Yeah, greater than, less than. There you go. Yay! Correct. Wow. So, oh, so it keeps track of that. Cool. Okay, so now it's for the 4, and then it will let me go on to the other stuff. Okay, cool. Fill in the missing code to complete the markup of the HTML hyperlink. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a good thing that they have me do this, because I always forget. This is a link. And then I think I could just close it off. Yeah, I think that's right. Yep. Okay, go to challenge. Oh, so they have a code challenge for me. Okay, so there we go. This is what we're talking about. Bro, they got Mario jamming out. I just got a peak playlist going on. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and kind of just take it in. Test your understanding of basic HTML by completing the coding challenge. Inside the editor, they want me to complete the following steps. They want doc type, HTML, and body, and H1. Okay, so we're gonna see our result on the right, and then we're gonna build actually here. So doc type HTML. That's so the browser knows what version of HTML, which is going to be HTML5, but you know. Inside, add a body element. Yep. Wrong. And then H1, this should be easy. Inside it, or inside the body, add an H1 text. Hello world. This is the most basic. Hello world. That's one it's gonna check for. Slash H1. And then close the body tag. This is as basic as it gets, pretty much. I'm just so more used to a different code editor like VS Code. And this should be it. We have doc type, HTML body, opening and closing. Everything that should be correct. Yep. Yep. Easy. Next. Nice. So now it's putting me on the next thing. So that's good. We're knocking it out. Nice. 1980s. Peak. HTML elements. So everything from start tag to the end tag. Tag name, yep. Drink break. Hold on, drink break. There we go. Actually, let's get rid of the whole starting thing because we're not starting anymore. We're just gonna drink. All right, we're good. First heading, first paragraph, start tag, yep, end tag. Some HTML elements have no content like BR element. Yep, that's a line break. That's gonna like go to the next line, I believe. So they're called empty elements. Empty elements do not have an end tag yet. It's just BR. I know that. Nested, so they can be inside each other because they're like boxes. They're like containers inside containers. That's kind of how it works. So in this example, they have HTML body, and inside body, there's a heading tag and a paragraph tag. That's it. HTML element is a root element. It defines the whole document. It has a start tag and an end tag. Yep. HTML basics right there. Then inside the HTML element, there is a body element. Yep, that contains where most of your stuff is going to be. It's kind of like its own little section. So, body element defines the document's body. It has a start tag and an end tag. Then inside the body element, there are two elements, H1 and P. Heading, one tag defines a heading. And it has a start and end tag. Yep. Same with the P tag. Paragraph tag. Never skip the end tag. Some HTML elements will display correctly even if you forget the end tag. So wait a minute. It still displays, but it's general practice not to do that. Okay, good, because the browser already kind of knows. Never rely on this. Unexpected results and errors may occur. Yeah. You could probably be doing something in CSS and it just breaks the whole thing. So, empty, the BR tag defines a line break, and is empty element without a closing tag. This is a line break paragraph. Yeah, so it should go to the next. This is and then it just, goes down. It's like you press the enter key whenever you were typing. Gotta stretch. Killing my back. It's killing my back. Dang, it's already been 30 minutes. That's insane. I'm surprised there's been nobody showing up. Is this stream private or is it public? Actually, let's check real quick. New Year's streaming, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, no, we're public, I think. Right? No? Am I not public? Give me a second. This is probably going to be loud, but I'm gonna hear myself. No, there's there's Frosty's here. How come I didn't see you earlier? Is my chat not loading or something? Refresh. Well, I can see it here, but I can't see it there. That might be a problem. That's dumb. That is dumb because oh, okay, whatever. I'll have to find a compromise. I thought I had something. Anyway, yeah, we're learning HTML for the people that haven't tuned in just now. So, not case sensitive. Yeah, so the browser basically doesn't care if you use capital or not. So that's good to know. HTML standard does not require lowercase tags, but they recommend that because and demands lowercase. Yeah. What is XHTML? What is that? Do a little research. Extensible hypertext markup language is a part of the family which mirrors or extends versions of widely used hypertext markup language. So it's like HTML plus or something. It's defined as an application of the standard, yada yada yada. It's an application of XML, more restricted. Yeah, what is this? What is this junk? It stands for extensible markup language or hypertext markup language. It's a stricter, more based version, XML based version of HTML. It's defined as XML applications. What is this? Raw documents must be marked up correctly or well formed. It was developed to make HTML more extensible and flexible to work with other data formats. So it does something with XML, whatever that is. Which I still don't know what that is. That doesn't explain a lot. Browsers ignore errors in HTML pages and try to display the website. Even it has some errors in the markup. So it comes with a much stricter error handling. If you want to study, please read our... Yeah. So doc type is mandatory. So it's like HTML, but it's more stricter or something? Interesting. So doc type is mandatory. So if you leave that out, you're cooked. That attribute is mandatory. That is mandatory. Let's learn this part another day. Let's continue with the other stuff. That's beyond my scope of recognition, so. But yeah, I don't know why chat isn't working. Do I have to like close out of it? I'm gonna try. You know, give me a second. Tools, let's see, docs, and then we have YouTube live control panel or chat. Now the chat just does not want to work. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's weird. That is weird. We'll get it fixed someday. W3 school tag reference contains additional information about these tags and their attributes. Yep. Defines a root. Oh, they have a video. Okay. So to play this video, I guess I'm going to have to get that real quick. Oh, this is on YouTube, just straight up. Okay. Okay, so they made a dedicated video. They went out of their way to do that. Let's watch that real quick. And there's a lot of people.
Now that we know how to create HTML pages.
Okay, bro. Okay, bro. They gave him a generic.
Let's see
Okay.
in action.
Mm-hmm.
HTML element usually consists of a start tag and an end tag.
Speed running. We're alright. This is something we already know. We're good. We're good. We got it. We understand it. I don't want to be babied anymore. In fact, I wish I could change my profile picture, but they didn't let me. They have a set of preset ones. Because I guess I don't want people uploading images on their site. So, you know, fair, I guess. Sure. If you're in chat, say 1. Type out 1 if you're here. Just checking on things. All right, now we can put the music back. True or false, empty statements must have a close tag. So it's talking about it must have a close tag. Apparently not. False. Hey. Oh, Paper Mario? That's crazy. Just insert the correct end tag for the HTML heading. Okay, that's just gonna be H1. I'm hoping on the off chance that I learned something here that I didn't already know, that somebody else can watch this stream and, you know, understand something from this, maybe. So, hope I'm not moving too fast for just learning this. Yeah. Alright, next exercise. Insert the correct end tags in this HTML document. Okay, so it's a heading tag. So it's going to be slash h4. You got to start somewhere, and I know the basics are really boring, but, you know, you eventually work your way up. So this is going to be a closing tag, so I cannot forget that. Uh-oh. Something happened to my camera! No! And my audio is glitching out. What is happening? What is happening? Have mercy! I can't plug in my mouse. This is cooked. We are cooked. I hear the audio from my PC, but I don't hear it in my headset anymore. We might be cooked. Oh no. My phone is still there. Did my USB-C hub die? I know you guys can hear this. Epic fail. Okay, so it is plugged in now. Come on. Come on, mouse. Work. Please. I'm desperate. This is going to be very anticlimactic if I can't get this fixed and I'm just stuck on that freeze frame. Is that what this stream is going to be? Is it just going to be me stuck because something got unplugged? Gosh, I need a new computer. I need a new everything. Work! Alright, let's plug you in again. This is the most eventful thing in this stream. Hey, we're back! Okay, that was awkward. My camera froze. I hope you guys could hear me. I think you guys could have because my mic was still showing up on OBS. So, technical difficulties aside, we're back. Shoot, that was crazy. Somebody clipped that. I don't know. And so we need to close off the body tag right here. So. What the heck? If I played that game, that's just peak, bro. I just can't. Crazy. Alright, we're doing good. Such dramatic music. That's crazy. What percent are we on battery? Oh, we're good. We're good on my phone. Okay, good. So now we gotta do end tags and empty elements. Oh, so they have a coding challenge again. So here we go. How long have we been streaming? 41 minutes. Let's go. Can we make it to 2 hours? Can we make it to 1? You never know. So So they already gave us a HTML sample right here. They want me to close this tag right here. So that's obviously missing that one. H1. So that one's there. And then they want a paragraph here. It's going to be called my first paragraph. I'm just going to copy that. And just do P, paste, and then all right. So we closed off the paragraph. Inside the paragraph, add a BR. Dang, these songs. Into the other side. I've never heard of this song. It's crazy. Oh, you know what I should do? I should have like a thing where you can see this. Wait, I have an idea. I can bring this over. Oh, well, I thought I could bring that over. Can I bring that over? I guess I can't. Hold on. I have a sneaky trick up my sleeve. We're gonna bring it over. I'm gonna go to this menu. We're gonna have some brain rot right here. Well, I say brain rot. I mean, we're gonna have visuals here so you can kind of see if it's like a music video. So, you know, it's like stimulated. Keep your brain stimulated. Yeah. That's peak. That is absolutely peak. All right. I keep getting distracted. I need. It's so sick though. That's crazy. I gotta do this song justice. I gotta like that. That is peak. That's crazy. Cannot stop getting distracted. Okay. I gotta turn that down so I don't get distracted. I have a volume knob in my headset that allows me to do that. Okay, so we've closed that. Okay, now they want a line break after the word first. We're gonna do that. Sure, BR. I typed bore. Okay. And then close the body element with the correct tag. Okay, yep. Just close it off, basically. And I forgot the slash. Okay, there we go. And then now it should work. Alright, good. We are winning. We're winning this one. Let's peek. HTML attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. Yep. Negative. So any HTML element can have an attribute. So that like kind of changes some things about it, seems like. So that's interesting. Attributes provide additional information about elements. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. I don't know why I got caught up in that earlier. So attributes are always specified in the start tag. Interesting. So isn't that what this is right here? Hold on. We'll get to that in a second. Attributes usually come in name value pairs, like name equals, and then it's whatever value, I think. The href attribute, the a tag, excuse me, defines a hyperlink. The href attribute, I think that stands for hyperlink reference or something. I don't know. Specifies the URL the page the link goes to. Yeah, so that makes sense. So you have the a opening a tag and then hyperlink reference and then the URL, and then the rest is just like extra, like the name behind it. This would be the web page it would lead to, but this would be the link you click, basically. So that makes sense. SRC attribute. Yeah, you want to know about that? Yep. The image tag is used to embed an image. Yep. And it requires an SRC attribute. So these are attributes, basically. So the image tag, but it requires this attribute in order for it to work. Because if it was just an open and closed image tag without this, it would just be blank. It wouldn't exist. I think that's how that works. Same thing with like this. You could have an A tag, and if you don't have the href attribute, nothing would show up. It would probably just be text, right? Wait, let's test that theory. So what we can do is, let's remove this attribute and see if that changes the behavior. Is it gonna, I think it's just gonna say visit W3 schools, but it will probably lead to nowhere. Yeah, okay, so it removes the link. So that's the importance of the attributes. Okay. So it did kind of what I was explaining. Let's do it with the image example here. Okay. So and then these are all attributes. The thing marked in green is an attribute. So if I remove these, it's going to look worse. It's not going to have that fixed height and width. It's just going to be whatever. Okay, well, it's probably just that same height, I guess. So, but if I remove that image, I don't know if image has a closing tag, but I'll try it. IMG. I guess it doesn't. I guess it requires. Huh. Interesting. It's just gonna disappear, I guess. Yeah, no, it's just open, but it's inside that one tag, so that's kind of how that works. It doesn't really have like a closing. Okay. Makes sense to me. Goodness gracious. Probably move this over here a little bit better. Make it a little bit bigger. There you go. Okay, so there are two ways to specify the URL. Oh, we got Mario playing, bro. Absolute URL links to an external image that's hosted on another website. So yeah, this would be an absolute one that would just lead to like another website. Okay. Yep. External images might be under copyright. If you do not get permission to use it, you may be in violation of copyright laws. Wow. So simply linking an image that is hosted on an external website could violate copyright law. That's insane. Call me crazy, bro. In addition, you cannot control the external images because it can suddenly be removed or changed. So they could change it. It could have the same name, right? And somebody could just troll you and change the image that you were hosting. So it's probably smarter to download the image than host it externally, unless it's your website, I would presume. Relative URL, this is what I'm basically talking about. Links to an image that's hosted within the website, so it's like in the folder that it's actually in. Here the URL does not include the domain name. If the URL begins without a slash, it will be relative to the current page. Example, yeah, it's just that. It's going to look for that. If the URL begins with a slash, it will be relative to the domain, so it's going to look for the thing in there. Okay. It almost always best to use relative URLs. They do not break if you change the domain. Yep, because you're going to be the one hosting the image. So, one thing you learn every once in a while. The width and height attributes. Yep, this is for images. Should also contain that. Those attributes which specify the width and height. Oh, we looked at that earlier. We could make it wide or very short, for funsies. The alt attribute, I already kind of went over this a little bit, but let's, elaborate on it more. It's basically, it says it's required. The required alt attribute for the image tag specifies the alternative text for the image. If the image, for some reason, cannot be displayed, this can be due to a slow connection or an error in the SRC attribute, or if the user uses a screen reader. So basically, if it don't load, the text describes it, like we already looked at. Yeah, so this one doesn't exist. This is an example. Yeah, this image would have been here. Yeah, basically. The style attribute. Oh, okay, so this is where we add some cool stuff. We add some actual styling, the CSS, cascading style sheets. This is some cool stuff. The style attribute is used to apply styles to an element, such as color, font, and size, and more. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I believe I hope I'm right. I think this is called inline styling because you're doing it inside the HTML element itself on the page. If you copied this in a text editor and put this how it is on there, it would work. Is that the right way to do it? No, I mean, it works, but there's better ways to do styling than that. Unless for whatever reason you want everything in one file and you don't want to have to load a bunch of CSS files. So that's a head up. That's a heads up, basically. So what we did here is we did style, color, red, and it just changed the paragraph to red. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Peak. That came out in 2020. That's crazy. I think YouTube Music actually is winning this time because I actually vibe with some of these. I have the weirdest. I have the weirdest song selection, I would say, to some people. I have a weird music taste. It kind of goes all over. So I've never heard this song. A lot of these I've just never heard of, but I just like them now. So far right now, the vibe is like it's video game music. That's where it's kind of leaning into. So we have the lang attribute. You should always include the lang attribute inside the HTML tag to declare the language of the web page. So this is basically your web browser can pick up what language the web page is. So, you know, if you've ever seen those websites that have like a different language and your browser asks like, oh, hey, do you want to translate this page? Yeah, I believe that's what that's for. This is meant to assist in search engines and browsers. Yeah. So it knows what to switch. So yeah, you do doc type and then HTML language equals English. Yeah. Country codes can also be added to the language code and the language attribute. So first two characters define the language of the HTML page, and the last two characters define the country. So in-US, cool. English and then US. Okay, cool. The title attribute, yeah, this is going to be define some extra information about an element. We already looked at this. Value of the title attribute will be displayed as a tooltip when you move your mouse over the element. So we tried this earlier, but I don't know why. Move over this paragraph. Yeah, that I suppose that's supposed to work, but that just does not work for whatever reason. It's probably just because the browser I'm using is LibreWolf and it's like locked down. You never know. Different browser, different output. And who's going to be using tooltips anyway, though, really? That would probably work in like a browser like Chrome, I would presume. What is this? Not a fan. Is this an animation? Hold up. That's weird. Let's skip that. What is these songs, bro? Okay. There we go. Got something kind of going. So we suggest always use lowercase attributes, yada yada, kind of the same thing. Always quote attribute values. HTML standard does not require quotes around it, but they recommend it. Yeah, because that XHTML, because you know you might run into issues like that. So this is a good example with the quotes right here. Quotes, and then this one works, but it's better to do the quotes. Sometimes you have to use quotes. This example will not display title attribute correctly because it contains a space. Okay. Interesting. And so that was the thing, same thing from earlier. I'm sure I could probably just jump. Wait, hold on. Double quotes around attribute values are the most common. Yeah, but single quotes can also be used. I didn't know that. Some situations when the attribute value itself contains double quotes, it is necessary to use single quotes. Interesting. Chapter summary. Yep. We went over that. And then they have a goofy little video. And then I believe after this, I should get a code challenge. Go next. Do I not get a code challenge? Okay, so we apparently did that. So we did the exercises, but I guess at a certain point it will say, hey, do the code challenge. So, okay. Cool. Let's speak. Everybody rolling in. I noticed something changed on my OBS. We're learning HTML. If you want to learn, good for you. We also got some brain rot in the top right corner. Pretty peak. If you want to ask me about my day, please go ahead. I hope I can read it. My chat may or may not be working. I might have to get the pop-up URL. We might have to do it old school because I have the thing open, but it's not showing for whatever reason. Because I want to read your guys' messages, you know, so... Let's see. Is this kind of peak, though, this song? It's got a little vibe. Alright, let's... Guess you guys get to know my... Alright, go live, yeah. I'm going there. The pop-up is usually here. Wait, am I streaming on Shorts too? I'm also streaming on Shorts. I didn't realize that. That's crazy. Oh, I see your stuff. Woodman Talks 2. Yeah, sure, bro. Sure, bro. Yeah, so I need to get this chat right here. I need to pop it out or something. Because it's not showing. Here, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't show here. It's supposed to show here, but I don't. Here, let's try and refresh. No, not refresh. I guess I can't. That's what I mean whenever I say we're kind of cooked. It's not showing. Let's see here. Refresh again. Let's do a little test. Let's do a test. And it doesn't show. But wait. See, now it's showing. That doesn't make any sense. See, whenever I typed it in, that does not make any sense. Hold up. Let me change the properties and this real quick. Refresh browser one thing comes active. I think that might be what's causing it, I guess. I don't know. You find out one way or another. We finally got the seat. Yeah, okay, so I just reread that message. Okay, cool. Peak. This song is also good too. What the heck? We're over here creating a mad playlist. That's crazy. Okay, where were we? I kind of got lost there. There we go. Yeah, but I was hoping that Eel's messages would show up there, but for whatever reason. I'm going to split this on my screen. Actually, no, not this. I did not mean to put that in the tab group. That is so dumb. So I meant to pop this out, so let's see. I'll put this on my other screen so I can like see y'all. There you go. All right. Now I can actually read your chat for once. href attribute. Yep. src. All right, so we've already read through this. Style attribute. Yep. We did that. Lang attribute. Title attribute. Quoting chapter summary. Yeah, so okay, yeah, no. So we did complete that. Okay, good. Peak. Alright, so now it's time for the real test. You know, you get to test. Cool. Why are you distracting me? Why are you distracting me, Rocky? So that means he's here too. Cool. Everybody's trying to do it. Yeah, you showed at the top. You're not sneaky. So he is here. Okay. Well, I will force all of you to learn HTML. That's the goal here. But it's also to keep me kind of productive, I guess. Let's keep us productive. You know, y'all can follow along, right? You can do that. Nothing is stopping anyway. I guess this is chat now. This at the very top. No, don't say that. I will close Discord if you do that, bro. Which of the following is the correct syntax? Okay, stop distracting me though. Okay. Goodness, I lost my train of thought. So image, SRC, this one, that's not what they're gonna look for. That's not what they're gonna look for, right? Y'all guys done confused me. It's this one, I think. Yeah, all right. Next one. Speedrun. Add a tooltip. Okay, so this is, is it just tooltip? Is it tooltip? No. Add a tooltip to the paragraph with the text about. I don't remember. Do y'all remember? Can y'all help me out here? Help me out here on this this here problem here, you know? You know you guys can do that, right? Actually, don't even remember. You're gonna spam your Discord notification? Okay. Well, spamming with the answer to this one, I want to see if y'all paid attention. If y'all know the answer to this one. There's a reason I'm studying this, because I don't know obscure things like that. Or that seems obscure to me. I'm looking at y'all's chat. There's nobody answering, so nobody knows. Okay, what is it? It's title. Okay. Fine. Title. Maybe if I do this enough, it will be ingrained in my skull. Okay, it will be ingrained in my head. That's the whole point of the exercises. Oh, there's no penalty if you get it wrong. So you're gonna ask ChatGPT for that? Oh my goodness, you're more cooked than me. Okay. Set the size of the image to 250 pixels wide and 400 pixels tall. Okay, so it's just an image. They want it 250 pixels wide, so it's going to be 250 and then 400, I believe, and then boom. Yay, easy. So some parts are more easy than others. Yeah, I don't know why Yo's chat just doesn't show up there. That doesn't make any sense. I gotta get that fixed. But maybe not this stream. I am reading your chat though, so. Make the element below into a link that goes to their website. Okay, so it's just gonna be A equals hyperlink reference equals. Cannot forget the equals. I think we got it. All right, there we go. We're learning. All right, specify an alternate text of the image. Yeah, alternate text is you. Yeah, it's gonna be alt. Yeah, because alternative text. All right, now we get the coding challenge. Bro's already a pro. You say that, and I'm gonna mess up. So it's easier whenever I'm not streaming, because then I can just think of it in my head, because whenever I do talking and thinking at the same time, that does not go very well. Because right now I'm in entertaining mode and also thinking, and it's overloading my brain. So that's why I was struggling earlier. So, but you know, that's the whole part. It's a coding challenge, anyways. So they want to add an image element after the paragraph. Okay, so here's the paragraph right here. We're going to add an image element, img, and then image src. This is going to be an attribute. I think it's not plus, it's equal, and then double quote, img underscore, I said that wrong, girl.jpg, so it's gonna be like a JPEG. And then I believe he just closes off right there. Okay, and then, oh wait, I forgot. I'm gonna need space, alt, girl with a jacket. Girl, I said that like grew. With a jacket. You have the least some knowledge. Okay, you're right. Because I've done a little bit of practice on my own, but I'm also going to be taking a college course on this, so you know, hopefully I get even better. But this is so I can stay ahead on the game and keep my brain kind of fresh, you know, that kind of whole thing. So we got that. What else we need? We need the wideness, width. I don't know, bro. 250. And then, is it just height? I think I could just do height equals 300. I could be totally wrong right now, but I hope that is correct. I think that's it. Let's check it. I think we did it. Almost there. Fix the missing checklist. Don't forget alt attribute describe. I put that in there though, right? Alt. Oh, alt equals. Okay. Set alt to. Did I mess something up? It describes, but I thought I did that. Do I need to remove that and then? Huh. A+ student, maybe. Well, this shouldn't be like that. That is alt. Did I type it wrong? Oh, I know what I did. I forgot to close that off, right? But I think I need to, yeah, I think that's what I needed to do. Now it should work. Hey, we got it. Let's go. Eek. And then, awesome. These songs are just peak, bro. Delatron? Bro, that's crazy. It's crazy. We're doing headings. Like, I wanted to see our progress, so let's check our progress. 7% completed. Let's see. Yo, we're leveling this up right here. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but to me, that's a lot. That's a lot more than where we were at. Look at how many lessons we completed. 18, 23 exercises. If I do this like every day for like at least an hour or two a day, I think I'll be good. I think I'll be good. And this is supposed to be the easiest quote unquote programming language, but it's not really a programming language. Some people call you crazy if you say it's HTML's a programming language, because it's not. But anyway, ignore Rust over here, because I just clicked on that. I never even actually did anything on there. I don't know why it counts that, but it's just browsing there. So that's good. That's really good. How long have we been going? 1 hour and 10 peak. Okay. Yo, if y'all have any questions, do let me know though. Yo, this is a peak song. This stream is gonna have loads of copyright though. I'll be honest, this stream is gonna be fully copyright. Alright, headings. Yep, we did that. From 1 to 6. 6 is the smallest, 1 is the biggest. I'll show you guys the example. Yep. Alright, nothing new. Yeah, we did headings. Yeah, the important search engines use the following to index the structure. Yeah. Yeah. H1 headings should be used for the main headings, followed by H2, and then less important, and so on. So you basically start from the biggest to the smallest when you're building your page. So that's cool. Has your day been pretty good, actually? I was kind of debating on either doing what I'm doing right now or making another like short or like a, to get back into content. So, but I said I was going to do this the other day and I didn't. So I decided to do it today. So I wanted to get this at least done. So, I mean, that's kind of how things are going right now. So, yeah. They're going to use this for page title, section title, subsections. Okay. Travel guide. All right, let's see how they used it in their example. So this is big, kind of big. Okay, so yeah, they just used it to kind of organize, like, what is, if it's bigger, it's obviously going to have the priority. So that's what they did there. Use only one H1 per page. It represents the main topic or title. Okay, I've made the mistake of using that multiple times. So apparently you're only supposed to use it once if you use it. So interesting. So that's probably a key detail that you might want to know for best practices. Represents the main topic or title. HTML headings for headings only. Okay. Don't use headings to make big text or bold. Because I'm pretty sure you can go and change the font size of like a paragraph too, I would believe. So, interesting. Bigger headings. So, yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. You can change like the font size here. So it's really big now. So we did a little styling here with an attribute. Change it to 60. Let's make it 600. And like, it's gonna be too big. Oh goodness. Yeah, that would be the most inaccessible web page known to man right there. Well, a part of one. There probably is one out there that somebody's done that. Maybe there's something you don't want to do, but and of course they got the cheesy little video. All right, man, we're speeding through this, man. There still is a bunch though. It's crazy. All right, now we're back onto the fun little exercises. Get ready. Why is it zooming in? This is terrible. Need a little drink break. I miss streaming. Yeah, the zoom in is crazy. Why is the chat working now? What the heck is this? It just decided it wanted to work. Let's test it. Let's test the deal. I got my own camera, man. Alright. Enough shenanigans aside. Back to exercises. What is even happening on there, bro? Okay, I'm getting distracted. Which of the following headers is the largest and most important header? H1, obviously. If you say H6, you're crazy. Alright, exercise 2. Use a correct HTML tag to add a heading with the text London. Sure. So, H1, and then London. H1. We're getting there, bruh. We got it. That's some wonky beat, bruh. A wonky song. It's crazy. Add 6 headings to the document with the text hello. Start with the most important heading, so it's going to be like from largest to least. This is going to take a while. Anyway. H1, and then it said hello. It better be worth it in the end. H1, H2. That's a lot to type. I just don't want to type it wrong. And H4, basically the same. Almost done. H6, all right. Oh, almost made a mistake there. All right, I think we got it. We got it. All right, we got it. Peak. All right, now we got a code challenge. Here we go. We are on fire. Right, I hope. Weird song. So we have a heading hierarchy. Test your understanding of the headings by completing this code challenge. Inside the editor, complete the following steps. Alright, change the text of my website to use an H1 heading. Okay, cool. So, alright, we're gonna add that real quick. And slash, oh no, H4, H1. Okay, and then change the about me to use a H2. Okay. Okay. And then change the text to my hobbies, so it also gets H2. So then why did they say you can't use it more than once, though? Is that only for, like, the heading 1 tag? Because they said don't reuse them. Alright, just gonna go with their logic. And then the one in photography is going to be H3 because it's less priority. I guess it only matters for like the for like the big one mainly. I think that's why they made such a gripe about it, to not use this one more than once. But these can be, because there's 2 of them. There's one right here and then one right there. I think that's what they were griping about. I think that's what they wanted me to do, and it should be, yep. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because the rest of this is more consistent. And yeah, that's just kind of like a title to me. And we did it. Oh, goodness gracious. If at any moment I get bored, then I will just end the stream. Okay? Capiche? Alright, what percentage are we on? Let's check. 9%? If we can get to 10%, then I'll just consider ending. Unless I got something else to do, you know? Alright, paragraphs. Defines the paragraph. Yep. Display. You cannot be sure how it will be displayed, large or small. And it says Windows will create different results. I think that's what they're doing. Well, I was saying, if unless you'll say something, if you're still here, then I'll just continue then. That's why I was cutting it. I was thinking about cutting it off because nobody was saying anything. I guess y'all are just lurking then. So I guess we'll just continue a little bit longer. All right. So, well, the browser will automatically remove any extra spaces and lines when the page is displayed. So this is what they did. That is terrible formatting right there, but it's still going to look fine. See, it looks fine. Even though they hit enter a bunch of times, the browser does not care. It just fixes it. So that's what that example means. Horizontal rules, that's for just the lines. That's what HR is. Kind of reminds me of like the BR one where you do just line break, except it just puts a line. So cool. Line break, yep, and that's what they were talking about. That's the example. Just enters to the next line. We already know that. This poem will display in a single line. So this is a problem, all right? Yep. The HTML spaces and new lines are ignored. Yeah, it's supposed to show like this. I think you would need a line break after each of these. Solution 3. Is this the solution to that? I've never heard of that. So it defines pre-formatted text, and so the pre element is displayed fixes. I just want to see what that does. So it somehow fixes that. So does it just respect where you placed it? So if I press tab right here and I hit run, oh, so it does. So that's what the pre element does. I've never heard of that element. Well, there you go. Learn something new. So that's actually just a different solution. Interesting. So I might use that. I might actually use that. I didn't know you could do that. So basically, if it's pre-formatted, you could just copy and paste it in. The more you know. Yeah, you're right. I'm so glad chat is finally working. It might just because you're a moderator. Everybody else was trying to say stuff. Weren't they? Oh, no. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Then they have the cheesy video over here. We already know that. Yeah, and then they have, wow, that's a bigger exercise than most. Drink break. Just thirsty. I'm carrying the chat. Yeah, I know. Well, I'll tell you this. HTML isn't primarily that interesting to some people. You're either here for that or you're here for me. And you just want to hear me ramble. So, do with that information with what you will. True or false, HTML paragraphs always start on a new line. Pretty sure that's a true answer. We're acing this. Wait, you deleted a message. What did you say? Yeah, good luck deleting that. I can see your chat. it's forever memorized. It says message retracted. Mistype. Yes. Totally. Alright, exercise 2 of 6. Use the correct HTML tag to add a paragraph in the text hello world. Okay, easy stuff. Oop, I still had that in my clipboard. So we're just gonna be do hello world. Very easy. Yeah, submit. Yep, there we go. Yay. I'm surprised people have showed up to this. Genuinely. Test what you have learned. Clean up this document with the proper end tags. Okay, so that's just going to be an ending H1 tag. Easy. Okay. And then ending P tag. Yep. Practice makes perfect. I meant to say I'm here to get my daily dose of Yapper 101 and also gonna support the stream too. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, now we're going to add a horizontal rule between the heading and the paragraph. So that's just going to be, remember the BR tag? It's going to be HR tag. So I remember that. Yo, what do we got going on here? I can't hear it very well. Hold up, I might have to turn that up. I've heard this song. Yeah, the zoom in. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's crazy. I should use this for something. That's crazy. You hear this in every movie. Alright, that is a little loud. That is a little loud, I'll be honest. Alright, there we go. We completed it. Kind of music. We completed it music. That's crazy. Oh wait, they were wearing masks? Dude, was this during COVID? Was that during COVID? I think that was during COVID. Okay, so now we just got classic music. We just got classical music now. Alright, let's add a line break. Alright, let's go. Boom. Oh, yeah. Free. Oh, what? Crap. What was it? Come on, help me out. What was it? Was it? It wasn't free. What was it? Oh, goodness. I'm just gonna cheat. Yeah, it was free. Oh, I forgot to close it. So I did get it right, but not really. Got so caught up in typing it too fast. We did it. That buildup is crazy. What is that emoji? Blown face. That's crazy. Alright, now we get the coding challenge. We got wrap the first two lines in a P element. First two lines. Oh, so it's going to be this and this. So first two lines. Okay. Add a line break between the two lines after star. Okay. And then add an HR after the paragraph to separate the sections. After the paragraph? You mean like here? And then wrap the two lines in a pre-element to preserve the formatting. I hope that's right. That probably is not going to be right, but almost had it. Almost had it. It's probably just the location. Does that not work? Between the two lines. Eh. Oh yeah, that's why. I think I need to add it right here. Yep, there we go. We got it. Oh. All right. What is this song, bro? A weird song, bro. 11% completed. As soon as I say that, then something pretty good just comes on. Doing pretty good. HTML style attributes used to add styles, yep. Such as color, font size, and more. So, is red, is blue, and big. So, we got color red, color blue, font size 50. Okay, so that's how it's changing that. That's just CSS. Yeah, we're done with the style attribute, tag name, style, and then whatever CSS value goes there, basically. The property is a CSS property, the value is a CSS value. Cool. Background color defines the background color of the HTML element. So is that going to just be... They're styling the body element, so that's why it's blue. So that's pretty cool. And we can change that to brown. That is not brown. What about beige? Is that not a... Oh! Oh, wait. Hold on. Beige. I think I did that wrong. There we go. See, that doesn't look like beige, though, to me. Oh, it does. Oh, it does on the stream. It just doesn't look like it on my screen for whatever reason. Let's do brown. That is not brown. They need to change that. That is not brown. That is like a tomato color. That's red. Somebody needs to fix that. So if you type in brown, it's not brown. It's like red. Interesting. I would think an RGB value would be easier. Maybe. You know, CSS color property, that's just going to color the text. Fonts, this is so you can try different fonts. Could have sworn I heard something. I do hear something. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. Turns out the reason it's hot in here is because my vent was closed. Don't close your vent. Words of advice, don't close your vent. Otherwise, especially in the summertime, your room is just gonna go whack up in like temperature. Oh, I feel so much better. Because I got like a vent down there, so I like this song. Pizza Tower? Oh, I already listened to this one before. Cool. So, font size, I'm pretty sure y'all know what that is. Just makes it bigger or smaller. Text alignment, this is gonna like it's going to center it. So this is basically basic CSS. So you get to learn a little bit of that. And then there they got the video. And I'm sure it's going to be like some kind of coding challenge next, maybe. Yeah. Man, these are getting longer, right? The exercises. Maybe that's a good thing, though, because it gives me more to do. What is the correct way to add a background color to an HTML document? Okay, so we just kind of went over that. Background color pink. Yeah. BG color, that's wrong. That's wrong. This is the right one because you got to have the style attribute, I believe. There we go. We're winning. Yeah, see, you're learning too, hopefully. I'm hoping. As long as Pete. These are great HTML attribute and CSS to set the color of the paragraph to blue. Okay, so the attribute they're talking about is style. So we're going to style it. Set the color of the paragraph. So color, and then blue. And then it should change it. So yeah, that's correct. I already know a bit of CSS, so it's kind of unfair for the tutorial. But anyway. I still need to level up my skills on that. I know more HTML than I know CSS, but so use CSS to set the font of the paragraph to Courier. So style, is it going to be font dash style? Is that what that is? I do not remember. Y'all remember? Font. It's gonna be wrong. Let's see what that was. Font family. Okay, yeah, that's really easy to miss. So let's type it out. So hopefully we remember that font family. And then that's, yeah, there you go. I would have figured it out if I was in the code editor, because they have little hints and stuff that you can get there. Yeah, that's probably why I'm not as good, because I rely too heavily off of that. If you can type it all out in raw form and not have to have any help from your, programming IDE or whatever you call it, like, for example, VS Code, where it tries to autocomplete. If you don't have that, you could type it out from just your head. Like, dude, you must be insanely smart or something, or have good memory, because I'm probably not going to remember all that. But kudos to you if you're somebody out there that can just do that. It takes a while to get to that point. So use CSS to center and align the paragraph. So style. It says. It already says center. Oh, I do not know. Is it text direction? Is that what it is? I don't know that one. Well, let's see. It's text align. Oh my goodness. I keep mistyping it. So text dash align. Okay, cool. Gotta train your brain. Yeah, that's the whole point of the exercises. Again, I'm gonna restate that it does not matter if I get this wrong. I can just hit show answer if I don't know, and that's how you learn. Use CSS to set the text size. Okay, so I already know this one. This one is gonna be text dash size. What? Hold up. Is it font? Don't tell me it's font size. It is. I was close. I was close, but I did get it though. This is peak 2. It's funky. 6 to 7. Use CSS to set the background color of the document to yellow. Okay. All right. Background color of the document to yellow. Okay, so we're styling the body document. Background dash color. Yep, that should be it. Yes, sir. All right. I'm just going to keep liking the ones that I really like. Hopefully YouTube keeps that momentum of good songs. See assistant, center align the document. So it's going to be style. Center align the document. Oh no, we're centering. Text. I think. Is it a text align center? I think we got it. So I did learn. All right, I did. My memory is kicking in. Undertale and Deltarune is pretty peak. Yeah, you're right. I keep getting like a mix of things. All right. You can hear different bits from it though, kind of mixing. That's pretty cool. All right, so now we get the coded challenge. So the editor complete the following steps. Set the background color to powder blue. So that's what they were using earlier. That's an actual color, powder blue. Interesting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do body style. Is it equal? Or is it, I'm trying to remember. I haven't done inline in a while. Body style, background dash color, powder blue maybe, and then you end it off with that. But that's not. Okay, yeah, that is right. Okay, good. All right, set the text color H1 to blue. I can just probably just copy this because I know this will. Paste that here. Because see, look, it's going to be similar, but it's going to be blue. But we just need to get rid of background color because it's the way you style text is a little bit different. Okay, and then it should close off. Okay, so that's correct. Okay, and then font family to H1. Okay. So they're also wanting that as well. Great. Okay, so font dash, or do I just comma that and then I do font dash family? Verdana. This is probably where I mess up though, I'll be honest. I don't know. We'll see. Set the text align of the P to center. P style equals okay, and then it says text dash align center. Okay, I don't need the space actually. Set the font size to 20px. So comma font dash size 20px. I think that should be correct. Oh shoot, I actually got it right. That was actually probably the hardest challenge as of right now compared to the other ones, even though it wasn't really too hard, but you know. All right. peak. It is 1 hour 46. Should I take a break? Ugh. Dang. I might need to just do more than just sit around. I just need to actually get up and stretch. Okay, we're good. I was just blowing out a candle. Keeps the room from stinking. Zoom. Zoom. Hold on, let's see if I can get it to zoom. Is it gonna zoom? Sometimes if I cover my face, it will zoom. I think I have to get it at a certain point, like right here. Yeah, it follows my face. Crazy. Bro, this sounds like old music that you would hear on like the CRT. Peak. I don't know about me or about you guys, but I feel tired. I'm getting tired already. We've completed 12%. That's crazy. Just from this stream alone, how crazy is that? It's crazy. I might want to do some brainstorming for the next short or next video. Because, you know, I know HTML is only fun up to a certain point. Then you got to focus on something else. So, one of the things I was thinking of... Here, let's pull up something real quick. We're doing something different right now. Skelly Draw Whiteboard. Alright. Oh, I forgot about that. I had like a bunch of measurements of something. Let me remove that real quick. I was designing something, but it wasn't the correct measurements last time. I guess this time you get a break. Yeah, I kind of speed ran that, I'll be honest. I didn't learn all of it, but I got all the way up to here. Like, from there. That's quite a bit of reading and speed running. I'm happy about it. If I can do a little bit of that like every day or every once in a while, then I think we'll be good. But let's do some brainstorming. Still gonna use our brain now. Let's see. So, all right, we need some text here. Okay, so shorts. Hold on. Shorts video ideas. You guys got any ideas? Let me know. But I'm gonna write down what I'm kind of thinking. Actually, let's make this a little bit bigger so you can kind of see. Can I move that? All right, good. Copy, paste. All right. We could make a video explaining create cannons, maybe? That's a good one. Because I know some people might want to see that, because that's kind of peak. I could probably share my own 2 designs of the cannon. I have a couple of cannon designs that I would like to show people, maybe. It'd be kind of cool. You could make shorts on any certain Java mods. Ooh, so that could be good. Okay, so general concept for most Shorts could be covering interesting Minecraft Java mods. Hey, that's a good one. Okay. I'm gonna try to. Oop. Don't tell me my thing unplugged. It unplugged again. Are we back? Okay, we're good. We're good. Fixing to say. Explaining. I think you autocorrect. Okay. Wonder how that sounded whenever that disconnected. Okay. Alright, I think that's pretty good. But let's make that a little bit smaller so I can actually like manage that. I can't drag that. Okay. Oh shoot, it's lagging. It does not like that. Okay. Oh, in Java commands? Maybe. Maybe. I don't think that's as interesting as like maybe, you know, the mod stuff. Mod stuff is pretty cool though. But from what I got right now is you know, just kind of showcase what I make in create mod, because that's kind of the big mod right now. That's what everybody's looking at right now. They really like when you make like a little doohickey. It's like a little thing that does something. But one of the ideas that I had was like I could explain the cannons, because there's a mod, like I was saying, like you said here, it falls under this category. It's a create cannons add-on. It adds on to already existing create mod stuff. So I'm sure some people might want to know how to make a cannon, you know, or how that kind of works. Because I have two different designs that work. There's one that has, it's like a manual. You can like use a hand crank. It turns like the actual cogs, the gears, and then I have one where you can remotely control it, which is really cool. So that's what my thought was. Interesting. But that's what I got right now. Share two designs the cannon or create cannons. I mean, we could look on Modrinth. Let's see what cool mods we got. I'm getting pings. Okay. Dang, that's laggy. That's crazy. Alright. Sort by downloads. These are obviously going to be there, but let's do top 100. I might have to. From the Fog. Ooh, that's a horror mod. I've never tried that, but I've heard it's supposed to be really scary. Stuff like that, maybe. But, oh, I know for a fact, if I search up create anything with create in it, there's going to be a bunch of stuff. So, create Steam and Rails. We can make trains and stuff. That's pretty cool. Emote craft, create decor. Yeah, there's a bunch. Immersive Portals mod feels like you can mess around with it. Maybe. What is this song? That is too weird for me. Ranged weapon. They have kitchens now. Planes. Create connected. There's a bunch. Yeah, and then there's Create Aeronautics. Look at how many downloads that has. 2.35 million. Insane. Broken Script is also pretty good as a horror mod, as it does crazy stuff. Maybe. But yeah, I was thinking anything kind of like create. Maybe. It just seems to be so much. You never know. You could find something pretty cool. Ultimate factory. Oh, you can make like a factory, maybe. There's the whole point of create is like to make something cool or automate it, especially automated or like, right now it's make a doohickey, make vehicles, and that's what gets you big. That's what gets a lot of attention right now. Because you make something that you could make if you played on a modded server. So, but yeah, more will probably come after this. Who knows? We'll see. But let's see, it's about 1 hour 57. That's usually about when I end. Much needed or much not needed Zoom. I'm tired. We speed run too quickly. Okay, I think. Is anyone else streaming right now? Let's see. I got some ideas written down, so that's good. May not be very many, but let's see. Is there anybody else that's subscribed? Anybody? Nope. Well, if nobody, there's this guy. Who's this? Some Linux streamer? What's he up to?
I'm good, thank you.
Bro's good. How many people? Oh, no, he's good. He doesn't need a raid. Alright. But yeah, I think I can leave it off at that. Those are some ideas I could definitely consider doing. So. But yeah, I think this should conclude our HTML stuff for today because I'm kind of burnt out now. You could do a homework stream. Well, I mean, that's kind of what this is, but I'm self-assigning myself to do this. I'm doing this on my own volition, okay? I'm doing this because I can, and I probably should. It's just to stay productive, mainly. I'm going to have a job coming up soon, so I may or may not be able to do this every single day. So, but yeah. Just trying to get this out of business. I wanted to do something and I set my mind to it and I did it. So there we go. But yeah, I think every time that I'm going to be learning on this, I should be streaming it at least so I get something out of it. I get to teach people. I get to teach myself because it seems like I learn a lot more sometimes whenever I talk aloud. I don't want to feel weird, talking to myself. If I'm not streaming, so that's why I'm here. But yeah, I think that should hopefully conclude this stream. If you enjoyed, thank you for coming along. Thank you, Gamer Boy. Thank you, Rocky. I don't think he said a message, but he said it on Discord, so he was kind of watching. Thank you, Prophecy, for coming here. See ya.